Oh, hi. Hello. A tiny bit late today. Oh, we're a little bit later than I thought we were. A little bit later. I'm very sorry we're slightly late. It is 9:05 Eastern Time. Welcome to Positivity Island. For the next hour-ish, you and I are going to have, and Will, obviously, he's here.
Hello.
He came along. It's an hour of joy for you.
Nobody asked me to.
And positivity on a backdrop of, well, the world often is bringing us trials and tribulations. So this is our opportunity to huddle. This is a positivity huddle from now for the next hour. Over the next hour, we've got some good news for you. We've got an opportunity for you to maybe win something. I know. There's a quiz, obviously, to help you take part with us today. And to do so, all you have to do is ask your Amazon Echo to say, Will, nice hair.
Thank you.
You've had it done, haven't you? You got it did.
You know, okay, I got it did on Saturday morning. You're the only person who's A, noticed or B, said anything.
Oh. Well, you've also got headphones on.
That's true. But, like, even my IRL friend, my in-real-life friends, they just didn't even notice.
Oh. Well,
so sometimes I appreciate that.
Sometimes people feel there are people in their lives that don't need any more attention.
Man, I just get showered with compliments so often. They're like, if we're not giving him any more
attention. No, we don't need you don't need any more attention than you already get, Will.
I know. Goodness.
So I do a podcast called Everyday Positivity every day of the week. We've got a journal journey going on at the moment, which has given me the inspiration for the positivity activity at the end of the show today. We've got a load of good news for you, which is now inspiring my Everyday Positivity episodes. It's just all very exciting. It's all becoming one big, joyful, positive, joyful, I got you kind of loving moment. Mm-hmm. Welcome to the feed, Stacey.
Hi, Stacey.
Stacey has said hello already. She says, good morning, Stacey. Nice to see you today. And already likes my shirt. Thanks. Stacey says, nice shirt. It really matches your.
What
do you think?
Personality.
Matches my personality. This is my old school, one of my old school training tops. I came straight from the gym today, which is hence my post-active wear gym look. You can see my purple streaks as well.
Yeah, I can.
Cool. Okay, so, Will, what's going on? You look all befuddled and confused.
I'm not befuddled nor confused. It's busy.
It's busy?
Isn't it busy? Just life. There's just so much going on. It really matches your eyes.
It really matches my eyes. Yes, they do look quite blue as a result, don't they? I've got those we talked about this the other day, didn't we? We talked about how our eyes, when I wear blue, I look like I've got blue eyes. When I wear green, I look like I've green eyes. In fact, I've got very good navy grey eyes.
I have this green t-shirt, which I can't wear because of my green screen. But it makes my eyes look really green, which they are, but it really really brings them out. It really brings out my eyes.
Really brings them out. Okay, we are waffling on and we haven't really done anything yet. So should we crack on with the Everyday Positivity episode to begin with?
Let's.
Okay, so this went out, I want to say Monday or Friday. Can't remember.
I think it was Friday.
But what I want to say, Stacey's very funny. Will, your screen matches your eyes.
Thanks, Stacey.
It's amazing, isn't it, with your green eyes that we can actually see them because they're so green.
But that would be scary if you could just see all the way through. I don't like that.
Maybe they're navy today because of your background being the navy colour. Anyway, Everyday Positivity. This was just something I noticed. So can we all just say, hang on a minute, please? I need us to take a minute. Hang on a minute. What I'm talking about is 2 years ago, when the pandemic hit, we were shocked into isolation. So we went into our houses, we started working from home, the kids were being schooled from home. And we really understood that was a big change in our lives. We really understood that we needed to be mindful. I was heartened by the fact that my children were having assemblies online where people were talking about mindfulness and taking time for yourself and allowing yourself the time to process the change. I think as Everyday Positivity, we even did a big Facebook Live on how to deal with change. And then all of a sudden, we're going back to normal. I say normal like that deliberately. Normal? You know what I mean. And there's no talk of how we manage that change. I don't know about you, but I've certainly habitually got very used to working from home. I've certainly got very used to having my family around me. I've certainly got very used to these practices that, whether I liked them or not, they have become a habit. They've become something that is a routine. And so today, what I wanted to say to you was go, hang on a minute. Let's just hang on a minute and give ourselves a chance. It's okay that this feels hard. It feels hard, right? It's okay that things aren't quite putting themselves together in the way that you thought that they would. And it's okay to take some time out and just go, right, what is it I want? What is it I want? This is my permission to you to allow yourself space, time, compassion, kindness, and to gift it to those around you as well. You get me?
Yeah, I do get you.
Have you noticed that? Have you noticed how it's like, oh, just back to normal?
Oh, like,
And
here
no
you go,
one's
back.
actually- No one's actually kind of saying, hang on a minute, that's really hard.
Yeah. Like, because we've been through so much. It's weird. From my perspective, a lot changed. Like, I started working with you, like, properly, like, kind of right at the start of the...
It was just before, it was like the...
Yeah, just before everything kind of kicked off. And a lot's happened for me in that time. And it's been changing all the time, and everything's been different all the time. And now it's about kind of getting into something that's a bit more normal, I guess, whatever that means.
Well, I think that let me take you back a while, so to when you're a baby. No, when you have kids. So the thing that happens when you have kids is that they change quite quickly, but each stage feels like or you kind of think that each stage is going to be like a lifetime. Mm-hmm. So the first 10 weeks, 12 weeks when they're not really in a routine and they're not really sleeping and you're tired, just so tired, you kind of can't look up and go, you can't see that it's going to end, and it feels like forever. So you start making decisions in those little periods of time around what suits you right now while you're having to cope with this. And I think we did a lot of that in the pandemic.
Yeah.
And we did a lot of that. We've made decisions for ourselves based on the fact that we're going to be in the house all the time. Mm-hmm. Or we've made decisions for ourselves based on the fact that we're not going to see friends all the time. And now all of a sudden, people were buying weights, weren't they? Left, right and centre, for example. Yeah. And now I've not used mine for about 6 months. I've not even touched them because I've been now back at the gym. So, but what I've noticed is that for some people, going back out again, when you've desocialized yourself, socializing yourself is difficult. And
it is, yeah, big
it's
time.
quite overwhelming, I think, to be in some social situations where all of a sudden you're registering all of the movements in someone's face or all of the emotions in someone's voice, and you don't quite know what to do with yourself. And so I think this idea that we went from normal to not normal and now we're going back to normal again isn't true, because what's actually happened is we had a normal, we got a new normal that turned into the normal, and now we're into another new normal. So kind of and no one's really talking around that. So today I am talking about it.
Good.
I want to know, what have you found a bit tricky going back to, inverted commas, normal?
Yeah.
What have you found hard? I found managing my time really hard.
Yeah, and going outside of my house and having a social life and seeing people and going to places and doing things.
Yeah.
It's difficult to manage because you forget what to do.
And habitually, I find that I'm actually good at staying in. I've got into the habit of being indoors. And so the idea of going out, like even going into town to do a meeting, is like, right, how long is that going to take me? What do I need to do? It's the sort of thing you do every day. So I think it's, I just would like to kind of go, look, we're going back through the change curve again. And while a lot of people will rave on about how awful the pandemic was, there were things that we got out of it, you know? We got our space, our time.
And we just got it was normal for a long time.
Yeah, we got used to it. Yeah.
And now it's about readjusting, as you said, going through the change curve again to getting back to what is now the third new normal, which is going to be different from the old normal.
Yeah. And now we're already what we're already kind of experiencing is, you know, certainly in the UK, there's so much of the virus around at the moment that it's impacting on people's workplaces. It means, you know, it's, you know, and businesses are having to work at, when do we work at home? When do we work in the office? Do we need to work in the office? Do we need to work from home? So yeah, it's just, we are recalibrating. And I think I was in a conversation last week where we were talking to some educators about the impact that the lockdown will have had on babies born in kind of late 2019 onwards, 2019 to 2021. And, you know, there's all sorts of things that they were talking about in terms of our children. And I was like, hang on, I'm feeling that as an adult. I don't know about these kids. You know, this idea that we've not been socialized for a while. It's like, I don't understand. You need to go back. Go on, what are you going to say?
You and I work with someone who has an anxious dog because because the dog's not been left alone because it's always had people around it because we're at home all the time.
Did you see that great? Go on, sorry.
No, I was just gonna say it's hard for the dog to be on its own.
Yeah, and the dog finds going out stressful. So going on a walk is stressful for the dog.
Strangers.
And I saw in the news the other day about it's actually someone I know, bizarrely, like I have a connection with, this dog trainer who was saying that you shouldn't walk your dog every day. Like, we think we should walk the dog every day, but actually for some dogs that's a really stressful time, and actually having to manage being outdoors is quite difficult for them. And so that you should stay indoors and play games with them sometimes, you know, that's allowed and actually really good for their temperament. So I think if you're tired right now, if, like you said at the beginning of the show, you said, oh, it's busy, man. If you're just feeling a bit of burn, I think it's because we're hurtling, you know, we've taken... Do you remember how we used to just go ping, 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 ping through Zoom meetings all day? And we're sort of still doing that, but in real life, and that's quite tricky. So give yourself some permission to stop. Stop is what I would say. Yeah.
And know that everybody's going through it too.
Yeah, we're all going through it. And if people are being weird, that's why.
That's been my excuse. I'm just going to see how long I can get away with it for.
Right, we've got some really good, loads of different sorts of news today, which I'm really excited about.
Yes, we have.
Let's do it.
Do you want to do that now? Or do you want to do the other thing?
Oh, no, I've missed a bit, haven't I?
Do you want to do the other thing?
Let's do the other thing.
I don't have a thing for that.
Okay, do we have a thing? We don't have a thing for that. That's what you just said.
Yeah, we can have this thing. That's my only thing.
It needs a... I always kind of, whenever the music plays, I always go to Dirty Dancing, where she's going, and she does sing it like that.
Okay.
Okay, on Thursday, you will have heard Will's statement. Will had a bit of a rant about pizza, and at the end he said...
I said that there were...
No further questions.
No further questions.
No further questions. And so if you were listening or you were with us on Thursday, I have a question for you. And if you get the question right, you could be in to win a prize. The question is, well, Will issued a statement saying that there were worse things that you could put on a pizza other than pineapple. Will issued a statement to say that there were things that you could put on a pizza that were worse than pineapple. What were they? All you have to do is ask your Amazon Echo to say what you think the answer was. Can you remember? Can you throw your mind back to that time?
If people know the answer, Kate, what do they need to do?
They need to send their answer to Backchannel. Say, and then whatever your answer is. So let's say Eliza say cotton wool. He didn't say cotton wool.
That would be too fluffy.
So what was it that Will said there were worse things you could put on a pizza than pineapple? What were they? All you have to do is ask your Amazon Echo to say what you think the answer was. When you have given us your answer, then we will collect them all up and we will pull them out of a hat and we will send you a prize. We think we know what the prize is.
Yeah, we're pretty sure.
Pretty sure
we've not done prizes yet. It's a new thing. A new thing to Positivity Island.
It's not. Let's just say it's not an iPad.
No, it's not. It is not new.
It's
trainers.
A small token of our love for you.
Yes, it is.
Small token gesture of our love for you. But point is, take part in it, and then if you want to find out what Thursday's statement is, then you can listen on Thursday. But for now, what were the three things? Oh, I said three things. There were worse things you could put on a pizza other than pineapple. What were they? And you can give us any one of them. Yeah. There were three things that you can give us any one. Okay, right then. Now I think it's time for the news.
In the meantime, the National Park Service oldest active ranger is to retire at 100 years old. She's my favourite. She's called Betty, which is your good 100-year-old name. She's called Betty, and she served as a ranger for more than a decade and a half, and she officially retired at the close of her last job, which was on Thursday last week. And now she took a temporary position working at the Park Service at the age of 84 and became a permanent employee in 2011, making her the oldest National Parks Ranger in the United States. Her manager, the acting superintendent of the National Park Service, said the National Park Service is grateful to Ranger Betty for sharing her thoughts and first-person account in ways that span across generations, which I just thought was great.
Can you imagine? Like when you think of your life, Will, how do you think? Right, how long have I got?
I was watching a clip back from a previous Positivity Island show, and I said, "Oh, it'll do me for at least another 25 years." Yeah. So if that's the case, then I've made it halfway. I don't know.
Yeah, because I do kind of think. I think right. 40 now, then I'm 60. I kind of think these are your kind of eras, aren't they? 40 to 60.
Yeah.
60. And then I kind of go 60 to 75. Mm-hmm. But to go, right, I'm going to start as a park ranger age 84 and to have another 16 years.
I'm 84. I'm going to start something new.
Isn't that like, I wonder if you start in your life. Imagine you had that long.
It would be good, wouldn't it? To live to 100 and be doing something exciting and new and interesting all the time.
I admitted to myself that I really love watching telly today. I love watching telly, right? Yeah. And so when someone says, "Have you seen The West Wing?" I go, "No." Or Peaky Blinders, and I go, "No." Or The Sopranos, I go, "No." I think I've only got a certain number of hours of telly to watch, but I'm really good at watching telly and I love doing it. So I should just watch all of these things.
You should.
I've never seen The Godfather either. Have you seen The Godfather?
I've never seen The Godfather. I've seen no movies.
Oh, no movies?
I've seen no movies. I've seen Moana 3 times, but I've not seen The Godfather.
I talked all over you then. Do the joke again. Go.
It wasn't really a joke. I said I've seen Moana 3 times, but I've not seen The Godfather.
You don't even have kids.
No, it's true. I don't. The third time was last night, just in case anyone's wondering.
Did you really watch it last night?
Yeah, my housemate had never seen it. So he said, "Oh, there was nothing else on." He said, "Do you want to watch Moana?" I was like, "Sure." It's great.
We went to a great pop quiz on Thursday.
Oh, yeah.
Have I told you about the pop quiz? Oh, the pop quiz was brilliant.
You told me about it, but tell us about it.
John Thompson from the program Cold Feet. You'll know him from Cold Feet. Or if you ever watched the Fast Show, if you ever got the Fast Show, he's the guy that goes, nice. Anyway, he's an actor and he could do a varying amounts of accents. And the round was guess the lyrics. Like, what's the song
Yeah.
that these lyrics are from? No, guess the next lyrics it was. So you had to follow on the lyrics, the next line. But he did them in all these accents. And it was like impressions. It was like he did one as Homer Simpson. And then he did another one as Frank Spencer, which is a very old 1970s BBC reference to a programme. But it was like, oh, Betty. He did this whole thing. Oh, it was so good. And then Sid Williams, all sorts of stuff. It was so funny. Anyway, he was really good. And I can't remember how I've got here.
That's okay. I'm glad you had a good time.
How have I got here? I started that for a reason.
Something to do with watching movies?
That's right. So there was a movie round. So it was like, what song was played for the 4-minute montage in Goodfellas? The 4-minute montage. And I couldn't remember what it was. And it made me go, A, I've not watched Goodfellas for ages. And B, I've never seen The Godfather. So I have seen Moana, so I don't need to watch that with you. But so maybe we could do The Godfather.
We definitely need to have some kind of everyday Positivity Island movie night.
Positivity Island movie night. Could be a Tuesday, I think, in the evening. It could be a Tuesday. Right, next bit of news, please.
I think you're going to love this.
Okay.
Robotic dog. Off to a good start. Robotic dog has been hired, essentially, to patrol the ruins of Pompeii to help preserve the relics.
What?
I know. I've got a video I can show you if you're watching on an Echo show.
Go on, then we'll describe it.
And we'll let you, if you're not, we'll let you know what's going on. But what it is, and you might have seen these on the internet as well, because every time there's a story about them, they always go viral. And
robotic dog stories?
Yeah, you've seen them before.
Oh, I'm actually slightly disappointed. Oh no, I'm less disappointed. Right, it's got long legs and now it's walking on big legs. And it's like a spider dog.
So it's like would you really say it looks like a dog?
Yes.
Okay.
It looks like the sort of dog that's in a cartoon. It's all its legs are moving in the same way. And dogs' legs don't actually move in the same way. Do they?
No, but it's very good, and it moves around, and it can look up and down and all around. And what it's doing is that's a drone. That's irrelevant.
That's not a robotic dog. That's a bat.
A
robotic bat.
What it's doing is it's kind of, I'm going to use the word scanning, but that's not really right. And like making sure that the ruins are safe, and it's looking for like tunnels that people who are up to no good might have dug. And that kind of thing. And
people who were up to no good? What do you mean?
People who were there to like steal things from the ruins.
From Pompeii?
Yeah.
In a volcano?
I know. So
looting?
I know. And they like dig tunnels and stuff to get in and get around. So
it'd be quite hot to go looting in a volcano.
I think it might be like safe.
Have we got lost? Have I lost us somewhere?
A little bit. But the dog is called Spot, of course it is, and its job is to like scan the ruins and make sure that everything's safe and that nothing's gonna collapse on you. And I just think he's kind of cute.
Isn't the world an amazing place?
I know. And what I love is that it's like some of these really ancient, historic ruins, and then robotic dog. You know, it's two worlds have collided.
Yes, it's like space.
It's like space.
Yeah.
Okay, sure.
Past and future all together.
Is that like space?
Even if we're alive, when there's like, it's like space, you know, like when they send the space things up into space. You know, they put those little buggies on Mars. That's what
yeah.
I reckon we'll have a robot dog on Mars before the decade is out.
I hope so. I want to go.
Done it.
I want to go and walk the robot. They have the rovers. 100% of the population of Mars is robots.
100%.
Yeah, there's no humans, it's all robots.
That's very true.
I know.
Right, you've got some John Travolta news, so have I. I know.
So, at the Academy Awards. No, wait. I'm going to do that again. Can I do that again? I'm going to do that again.
Yeah, do it with that.
John Travolta's family have adopted the dog from Betty White's Academy Award tributes. So, if you watch the Oscars,
yes,
you'll remember that Jamie Lee Curtis got on stage to kind of honor Betty White and talk about her legacy. And one of the things that she mentioned was Betty White's animal activism, which she was very famous for. And to help illustrate this point, Jamie Lee Curtis had this teeny tiny little dog with her on stage. I'm rubbish at dog breed, so don't ask me what kind of dog it was.
It looks like a chihuahua, but
it looks like a chihuahua or something. I can tell you that the dog is called Mac and Cheese, which is great. And Jamie Lee Curtis's kind of point was that adopt pets, basically, if you can. So that dog, Mac and Cheese, has been adopted by none other than John Travolta and his son.
Oh.
Cute, innit?
So, John Travolta's family adopted the dog from Betty White's thing. Did you also see John Travolta and Uma Thurman doing their dance?
No.
Why don't you do a little search and do John Travolta, Uma Thurman dance?
Thought you were going to say, why don't you do a little dance?
Who were a teenage videos.
Yeah. That's the one from Pulp Fiction.
Is there one is it the Grammys or is it the Oscars? They definitely are doing it at an award show.
John Travolta's that's from 2019.
Oh, okay. This is weird. Maybe I had a TikTok moment.
Maybe you.
The next thing you need to write in is Manchester Evening News, Morrison's John Travolta. Do it.
Hang on. I've got.
That's my news.
Wait. I'm more interested in that one. Manchester Evening News. John Travolta Morrison.
Norfolk. John Travolta Norfolk.
John Travolta stuns customers as he's spotted in Morrison's and Weatherspoons. Oh my god.
I know.
The pennies just dropped for me that somebody a radio presenter who I follow on Twitter tweeted, make sure you're listening to my show because I'm going to phone the Weatherspoons that John Travolta was at to ask them what
there you go. I'm going to find him dancing on stage. So show the pictures. It's so funny.
Hollywood superstar John Travolta amazed fans by popping into a Morrison's and a Weatherspoons pub. The A-lister happily chatted with fellow customers and staff and posed for selfies during his visit.
This is that Tom Hanks moment. Imagine being John Travolta and knowing that you can just make people happy by being there.
There they are.
All you've got to do is show up, man.
With Yasmin left. He looks older and bolder than I remember.
He is older and bolder than you remember, but I think he's looking really good.
Yeah, he looks all right, doesn't he?
He's had a tough couple of years.
He has.
John Travolta dancing on stage with Uma Thurman. On stage, Uma Thurman. Trust me. There it is. Oh, no.
I believed you.
Oh, hang on a minute. Oh. Gotta get after the ads.
Okay, yeah.
Oh.
I know. It's annoying, isn't it?
This is unprepared. I mean, Jamie Lee Curtis is looking good as well, isn't she?
And Mac and Cheese also looking very cute. I like that we've gone on this John Travolta journey together.
I know. I've just gone onto YouTube and found us.
There we are.
Oh, I found it. John Travolta reunites and dances with Pulp Fiction co-stars at the Oscars. Thank you very much.
Amazing.
It does exist.
A lot happened at the Oscars.
Well, I know, and certain things got in the way, right? So John Travolta adopted a dog. Lady Gaga had a defining moment in history with Liza Minnelli. John Travolta danced with Uma Thurman on the stage, and Samuel L. Jackson was in the middle of them.
Oh, I did see that.
It was so good.
They didn't invite us though, did they, Kate?
Well, no, they did not. Maybe next year, babes.
Could you? Oh yeah, I found it. Do you want to watch it?
I do. Go do it.
Okay, hang on. Click, 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 click. Here we go.
Here we go, look.
Maybe later we'll have a $5 milkshake.
Samuel Jackson is not looking impressed. Amazing.
There
If you can't
you
see,
go.
or if you're not watching on an Echo show,
There is a famous
John Travolta.
scene in Pulp Fiction where they do the dance on the dance floor, in the bar, don't they? And
Yeah.
Uma Thurman's got a lovely black wig on, and John Travolta has. I'm wondering if he had a lovely black wig on as well. But they do the little twisty dance, and it's a very famous scene, very classic scene. And they did it on stage at the Oscars. Right, that's brought me lots of joy already, and we haven't even
Good.
done
Uma
the
Thurman
next
looks
segment.
incredible. Okay, here we go.
Dolly Parton is the patron saint of positivity, everyday positivity, and so we have her on the island as our icon. She is our island icon.
Willingly.
Willingly.
We've not kidnapped Dolly Parton. But Dolly Parton might be the one to keep Jim Carrey out of retirement.
What the what?
I know, right? So basically, Jim Carrey said...
He said, I'm done.
He said, Moff. Had a good career. It's time for me to go. But then Dolly Parton was like... Because, you know, there's all this talk about a Dolly Parton biopic.
Do you say it biopic or biopic?
I say biopic because biopic sounds like something that you have done at the doctor's office, and I don't like that. I am going in for a biopic tomorrow on my left armpit.
It's not a biopsy.
No. It sounds the same. So anyway, there's been all this talk about a Dolly Parton biopic.
Biopic.
And enough. And Dolly said, oh, but wouldn't Jim Carrey make a great Porter Wagner, who was like this figure from Dolly Parton's
Yes, that's the one.
early
I
days.
always
Blah,
love
blah,
you.
blah.
Blah, 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 blah,
Yeah.
They weren't
that
in
whole thing.
love. She just was on the telly show, right? So she did the telly show with
Exactly.
him, and then she got more famous than him, and she decided to leave, and he was really cross with her.
Mm-hmm. So she wrote the song. Anyway, It's a whole thing. And she said that Jim Carrey would play a great Porter Wagner. And Jim Carrey, even though he said he was going to retire and that he was fairly serious about retiring, said, like if Dolly calls, I'm picking up the phone.
I'm picking up the phone.
Fingers crossed that Jim Carrey will star alongside or will star in the Dolly Parton biopic.
I bet he went, you ready? I bet if Dolly Parton picks up the phone, he'd be like, really?
Not bad, Kate Cocker, not bad. As impressions go.
Thanks, love. Oh, Jim Carrey fills the hours. What Jim Carrey film have you not seen, Will?
The Mask.
Oh.
Ace Ventura,
great
Pet
movie.
Detective.
Have you not seen that movie either?
No.
Why do you not watch movies? How many movies have you seen?
4? And 3 of them were Moana.
You've not seen 4 movies.
I've seen 4 movies, Kate.
No, but you've not. Can't even cope. What movies are those though? Don't say 3 with Moana.
I just did. It was funny.
No, I know.
Everybody else laughed. I've seen... My favourite movies are Back to the Future, Good Morning Vietnam, The Truman Show.
That's Jim Carrey.
Oh, yeah, it
Truman Show
is.
is Jim Carrey.
Yes, it was. Sorry. I've also seen The Grinch, which is Jim Carrey.
That's Jim Carrey.
And Moana, obviously. And I think they're all the movies that I've seen.
You are blowing my mind right now. What do you do with your life?
Dunno.
I fell asleep to Derry Girls last night.
Oh, I love Derry Girls.
Oh, it's so good.
It's so funny.
It's
I've
so
not seen that much
funny.
of it, but everything that I have seen, I've loved.
They all talk like that. It's just so funny. Connie's introduced it.
hilarious.
It's brilliant.
Yeah.
Right then. I think
Okay.
it's time for this.
I think so too. I'm going to have the jingle again.
Up, up, up.
Thanks.
Fine.
I'm just going to edit you doing bup, bup, bup onto the end of it.
Right, if you would like to take part in the quiz, then make sure that you are listening on Backchannel. If you are listening on Backchannel, make sure you ask your Amazon Echo to say the answer. We'll give you full details all the way through. And don't forget that we can't use the name of your Amazon Echo, although that you might have it set to Echo, because it would like destroy the space-time continuum. So we're going to call her Eliza. So whenever I say Eliza, I mean the other name. So should we do the pop quiz then?
Let's do the pop quiz. It's multiple choice. And good luck. Please help Kate out.
Remember, if you are also unable to watch on Backchannel for full time, then head to backchannel.tv. Have I said that right? Right.
If you're not watching on an Echo show, you can head to backchannel.tv
Where
to chat along with us.
Chat, yeah.
Yeah, you can also leave a review.
Old school style.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh my goodness. Oh, I've got the yawn
Kate
now.
Cocker.
I know.
What is? It was all that John Travolta excitement.
It was, sorry. I'm having a John Travolta come down. Oh.
It's happened to the best of
I
us.
know.
But what is arithmophobia? What is arithmophobia? Is it A, a fear of ladders, B, a fear of clouds, C, a fear of numbers, or D, fear of space?
If you think it's a fear of ladders, then say Eliza say A. If you think it's a fear of clouds, it's Eliza say B. If you think it's a fear of numbers, Eliza say C. If you think it's a fear of space, Eliza say D. Right, what we got? Who's playing? No one's playing.
What do you think? Arithmophobia. It's a big word.
I think it is. So arith implies maths, but I think that's a red herring. So I think it might be a fear of ladders. So I think it's A.
Okay, you're going with A. Do we tell you?
Yeah.
Well, okay. You should have trusted your gut.
Oh.
It was as in arithmetic, numbers. What else I found interesting is that like arithmophobia is the fear of numbers, but there's also other words for fear of specific numbers.
Oh, right. What's the fear of number 3?
I don't have the full list. I can tell you if you've got tetraphobia, you're scared of the number 4.
Yes.
Like tetrahedron.
That's brilliant.
Now you're gonna have to bear with me, because 17, hepdecaphobia.
I love this.
Like heptagon, as in 7, dec as in 10, so hepdecaphobia.
So the fear of number 3 is probably something like triphobia.
Yeah, that would make sense. Trypophobia. No, I'm just talking rubbish.
I want I want to know, which number are you afraid of?
I'm not afraid of numbers.
I think the number 17 makes me feel uncomfortable. I always think it's a bit rocky through the teens. You kind of like,
you can just say that again.
And then you're like, whoa, 15, 16, 17, 8, 20, we're here.
What number is your volume on? On your TV?
On my TV?
Yeah.
We go up in the bedroom, it's around a 15.
So my rule is even numbers or multiples of 5.
Oh, that's a good one. So I get very frustrated when you click it up and it's too loud and you click it down and it's too quiet.
It needs halves.
They do need halves. So you have to have it on an even number or...
Yeah, or a multiple of 5.
When did you decide on the multiple of 5 rule?
I think for me, multiples of 5 have always been like honorary even numbers.
Okay.
So that's just always been the thing.
My favourite thing about numbers is when I play squash. Because we have a rule that if the score adds up to an even number, you serve on the right-hand side as you face so it's your right as you face the thing. And so obviously 0-0, right-hand side, 1-0, left-hand side, 1-1, right-hand side, 2-1, left-hand side. And so if you ever are confused as to which side the ball is being served from, you add up the numbers. And if it's an even number, then you serve from the right-hand side. And I've got very good at pairing up those numbers. 9 plus 3. Oh, that's even.
Yeah. Oh, that's good. That's a good skill.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's far too much numbers talk for me. So let's move
Okay,
on.
let's move on.
Question number 2. What breed of
I
dog...
I know.
Okay.
Read it out.
What breed of dog does Queen Elizabeth II famously own? If you think it's... Wait. If you think it's pug, I'll either say A. If you think it's corgi, I'll either say B. If you think it's chihuahua, I'll either say C. Or if you think it's Rottweiler, I'll either say D.
I think the Queen would look killer with some Rottweilers, don't you?
Don't you?
Amazing.
I think it would change her reputation a little bit.
Yeah. What's your favourite breed of dog, Will?
The one that is the closest to me. Whichever dog is the nearest to me, that's the closest. No, a big one. I like a Great Dane or anything big.
I like Kristen's dog, Blue.
Oh yeah, I like it. That's a big dog.
That is a big dog. To be fair, I think my favourite breed of dog is something like a cocker.
Of course it would be.
Yeah, I mean, to look at, I love a border collie, but they're quite big and they're quite furry and they drop lots of fur. Something like
I can't
fur
do
is
with
probably
that.
my faves. I have a little
Yeah.
cuddle with one, then they don't drop fur either. Anyway, what kind of breed of dog does Queen Elizabeth famously own? I'm going to go B, corgi.
Okay, I can tell you B corgi. Correct answer.
I saw a
Those are the
corgi
cutest.
in a basket the other day on the front of someone's bike.
Adorable.
I know.
They
were just cycling along the road, and the corgi was like that in the basket on the front of the bike. They've got very little legs. I do understand it gets tired.
Yeah, I would. Elizabeth II has owned more than 30 corgis since she became Queen of the Commonwealth in 1952.
Wow.
Yeah, I think her parents, George VI and the other Queen Elizabeth, were also corgi people. So it runs in the family.
Runs in the family.
Just like the corgis do. Okay, question number 3. Where did Pita bread originate?
Oh, I don't know. What are the options?
Did it originate in the Middle East? Did it originate in Africa? Did it originate in Europe? Or in East Asia? A, B, C, or D?
I think A, Middle East.
You think it's a good guess. Ah, what was the Middle East?
Yay!
I didn't need to tell you that quickly.
I'll
but
tell you
were
why.
right.
I'll tell you for why I know that.
Tell me for why.
Because we did a Middle Eastern dish at the cooking the other night with Connie on Sunday.
Yes, you did.
I sent you a picture, but I don't think I sent it to you in time to put it.
No, I have it, but I can't show you two things at the same time.
Unshare, reshare.
Okay, let me stop this. So tell us about what you did.
So near where I live, there's a place called Food Sorcery, and they do cooking lessons. So I did the barista one the other week. But look,
Yeah.
there's me and Connie. We made lamb kofta and flatbreads and tabula,
Sure.
and some sort of pickle, but I can't remember what it was called. The pickle. But and then
That
some
looks-
yogurt. It was amazing. The food was so nice. It was
It
my
looks
birthday
incredible.
present, right? And I used the voucher for me and Connie to go. I didn't do any cooking. She was obsessed.
Of course.
She was like, I'll do that. I'll do that. I'll do that. I was like, can I do something? She went, it's my birthday. I went, no, it was my birthday.
That's amazing, and it looks super fun. And
I
want to do
also
it.
am very appreciative of the man in the background there who was clearing up behind us and photobombed
Yeah.
us by accident.
Nice.
Yeah,
Good.
It was a great little event. So so flatbreads. It was a Middle Eastern dish for the flatbread, so that's why I guessed flatbread for Pita.
Pita beds. Good. I like your logical reasoning.
I was
there,
correct.
K-Cocker. Okay, question 4. Oh, wait, no, you're not looking at that. Question 4. What was eBay.com originally called?
Oh.
If you think it was called... Wait. If you think...
Yes.
If you think it... Wait, how do I do this?
If you think it was ePort,
Eliza
Eliza
say
say
A.
A. If you think it's auction web, Eliza say B. If you think it's shop space, Eliza say C. If you think it's quick sell, Eliza say D.
What do you think?
I'm Eliza say B.
You think it was auction web?
Yeah.
Makes sense, doesn't it?
Oh, D, quick sell. Says Stacey.
Okay, good guess. I can tell you the answer is auction web.
Oh!
What do you think the first... If you had to guess what the first item sold on auction web was, or one of them, what do you think it would be?
A cushion.
I'm going to tell you because it could be a long guessing game. There's a lot of items in the world. It was a broken laser pointer.
Of course it was.
It sold for $14.83 by this guy called Pierre, who's the founder of eBay. And when it sold, he messaged the buyer and said, "You do know this is a broken laser pointer, don't you?" And the buyer replied, "Yes, I'm a collector of broken laser pointers."
No. There's so many
the
great
story goes.
stories via eBay, isn't there? Because when you're buying stuff off other people, their stuff has stories already. It comes with a life before it.
That's why it's nice to get secondhand stuff.
It is. It is. We have currently stuff on eBay, and we have a bay window in our living room, and all the things that we've put on eBay are in the eBay bay.
Who came up with that?
Me.
Of course.
Put it in the living room.
I love it.
Put it in the bay. Oh, it's an eBay bay.
This is the eBay bay. Okay, final question. The Louvre. It's easy. It's an easy question.
Easy question.
The Louvre is located in what country? Is it A, France, B, Italy, C, England, or D, Espanol?
If you think it's France, Eliza, say A. If you think it's Italy, Eliza, say B. If you think it's England, Eliza, say C. If you think it's Spain, Eliza, say D.
Do you know, Kate?
I do.
I know this is going to be
a
hard question for you.
I have been.
I have not been.
I have been I think twice, actually.
Amazing.
Yeah, the Mona Lisa's there.
Where's it from?
The Mona Lisa.
It is. In which country?
Eliza, say A.
Yeah,
Yay!
Of course it is. Yeah, you're absolutely right. It's the world's most visited museum, the Louvre. Home to the Mona Lisa and the Venus de Milo, which I did not know.
Yes, the Venus de Milo is in there. I've got major yawns.
You have got major yawns.
I think it's because I've just done a workout. I think that might be what it is. I do apologise for my major yawns. Major yawns. Right. So, thank you for the quiz. Thank you, John Travolta, for your dancing. Thank you, John Travolta, for adopting a dog. Thank you, Jim Carrey, for being ready to be on something with Dolly Parton as a Porter Wagner. And what else? Who else did we do? Oh,
Thank you.
Don't forget, you've got permission to find the current weeks quite tough because we're getting back to it, quite frankly, and we've got all the stuff that we've been brewing over the last 2 years with us as well. But one thing that we have been doing of late is journaling, and this morning's journal on the journal journey, if you've been taking part of it, was do one thing off the it was to build a self-care list. So if you've never done this before, I want you to spend some time to write a list of things that bring you joy, that demonstrate to you that you're taking care of yourself. Will, did you do this exercise?
I did some good thinking about it.
Oh, good. Okay. Well, I did it this morning, and I wrote down things like clean the bathroom.
Okay.
Make myself a cup of tea.
Yes, good one. That's on mine.
Plan my day. Didn't realise that those things that I do as logistical things from a day to day, I considered were part of my self-care routine. Tidy.
Have a long shower. Yeah.
So what I want you to do today in terms of maintaining your active positivity, being habitually positive and doing things that help you along your way, is I want you to do one thing off your self-care list. So Will, what are you going to do?
I'm going to go for a walk in the sunshine.
That's a good one. That is a good one. I've got my self-care list here. I'm going to make myself a cup of tea and just sit and drink just a hot drink.
Yes, with intent of it being selfful.
And when I write and plan my tomorrow, I'm going to remind myself that this is something I'm doing to care for myself. So that is good. Okay, well, that's the end of today's Positivity Island. Thank you very much for taking part and being here with us. Stacey says you should have rested after the workout so that you wouldn't have had bad case of the yawns. I've never had it before, Stacey. It's a first for me. We did a big workout on Saturday, and I think it really knocked us all a bit for sick. So yeah, it was for a charity event, which was very exciting. Anyway, that's the end of the show. We'll be back on Thursday with another Will statement, so you'll have an opportunity to win again. So make sure you're watching, listening on Thursday. After us now, we've got Jam and Renee. They're coming up at 10 a.m. Eastern American time. Anthony Davis is up at 12. Your pal Hal with Hal Rudnick is up at 2. And Mario Smith is with you from 4 p.m. If you have enjoyed the show today, please head to backchannel.tv and leave us a review. We'll be back again on Thursday at 9 a.m. Will and I on Positivity Island, Eastern American time, 9 a.m. And we've got lots of exciting things for you to do then. I hope you've had a good time with us. Have a great day. You have 100% got this.